Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Green Ronin's The Expanse, not Artelsaurian Cyberpunk. I am the Game Master Johananon.
I'm Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary. And I'll be playing the part of Loki tonight, the Martian hacker aboard the Space Bullet.
I'm Alicia Benissa, and I play Cal Constant. She's a navigator, and you can find me at Hidden Audio, where I talk about horror stuff, and particularly my horror podcast. I'm sorry, my brain is like goop.
Hey folks, I'm Matt, but tonight I'm playing Sean Green, the Agent of Chaos.
What's up, everyone? My name is Kevin. I will be joining the Expanse this evening. I will be playing the character of Sir Isaac Schistinghouse. I am a smuggler who is skilled at fraud.
Yes, absolutely. So, as some of you who are our regular viewers may have noticed, Leighton is not here. Leighton will be missing a few weeks as he has real life stuff to attend to. Hopefully, safe travels to him. He will be back.
Where is he?
And in the meantime, we have Kevin, who has offered to fill in, which we do appreciate.
Oh, hi, Kevin.
His
Thanks for having me.
first time playing the system. This is the Age system, for those of you who do not know. It is a 3d6 system. It is very simple. It has drama dice, stunt points, and churn. All of those things you'll find out more about as the game goes on. Don't forget, you can boon and or doom our players here, which adds and removes fortune, which is almost their life points. It's kind of like their overshield. So.
Kevin, everybody's dying to know, are you actually Leighton wearing a Kevin mask?
This is a question that I'm not unfamiliar with answering, and that is a simple yes.
That's what we thought. It's a pleasure to have you, Leighton, in a Kevin mask.
No problem. Glad to be here. It's the voice, too. I did the voice modulator. It's just consistency's key.
Absolutely. Well, good to have you back, Leighton. It's been too long. So where we last left off, you guys being Loki, Green, and Cal, were all aboard the Space Bullet with Reese at the helm. You killed a bunch of pirates. You took your ship back. They were trying to steal it to add it to their armada. And there are many other ships that are ahead of you, escaping. There are some behind you that you more or less successfully plugged that hole. And they're having trouble escaping at this point. But, so the way it's going to work is, Reese is just going to be here as the pilot. He's just the pilot. He's not going to do any cool stuff. I'm just going to roll for him. Hopefully I do a good job. Oh, geez, guys, I really hope I do well.
I was waiting
There he
for that.
I'm going to safely assume that you nailed that, John.
He
Yes.
fucking got it so perfect.
Vampire Bites has given all of you fortune, so everybody gain a fortune point.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vampire Bites. I'm a little less dead.
If this takes you above your max, that's fine. So, yeah, that's where we last left off. I'm not going to have Reese making, decisions. He might chime in every now and again. But pretty much whatever you guys want to happen will be what happens. So, where we last left off, there was an inbound torpedo coming from one of the larger crafts that you guys had chosen to pursue. And it is on its way to you guys. So, without further ado, we'll enter into this space combat. The way space combat works, it is broken up into phases, the first of which being command phase. Who wants to take the helm here?
I say the navigator takes the helm since our pilot's gone. Navigator's second seat.
Be fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Did we kill all the pirates? I forget.
All the pirates on board are dead. Yes.
Okay. Alright, Cal's just gonna sort of stumble to the helm. She's just
Yeah,
basically
you
dead
can
on
go
our
sit
feet
next
right
to
now.
Reese. He'll still fly, but you can do the command, which means that you are in charge. You're going to do a command check, which is communication or command if you have it. And if you succeed, you give people stunt points to use on their turn potentially, which can be very good.
Okay, so I just do communication now.
Uh huh.
I got an 11.
11. 11's not terrible. Since the situation isn't like, I mean, there is a missile coming your way, but it's not like hectic per se. That'll be a pass.
Okay, so Kyle's just like, we gotta take care of that missile before we do anything else. I have come too far today to be blown up.
So what happens is, if you succeed on the communication check, you have a free stunt point, in addition to any stunt points that you happen to earn during this check, which you did get one, so you get 2 stunt points. The way that these are different than the typical stunt points is that you can apply them to anybody in the turn order's turn. So you can give them to the pilot, you can give them to whoever is doing the technology checks, you can give them to whoever's shooting the guns. It is up to you, because you are in charge.
Alright, I'll give both points to, I think Loki's shooting the guns, right?
I absolutely plan on it.
Alright, I'll give them both to Loki.
Loki, on your turn, you'll have 2 stunt points in addition to any stunt points that you yourself generate. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
I do like it. It is pretty exciting. I'm trying to get on the right page here. Yeah, here we go.
Use accuracy to shoot guns, right?
Yeah.
The ship guns?
Yes.
Maybe Green should be on the ship guns now.
Maybe.
Now that he's done killing people.
You can do, so next is the technological warfare turn. Well, actually, next is the piloting turn. Let me do that. Reese is going to try to just keep you guys from hitting stuff in space. He does an okay job. Not as good as he usually rolls somehow. It's like it knows. But Reese will be like, hang on to your butts. Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez, guys, watch out!
Is this what our ship looks like right now?
Yes.
This is it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
There you go. Oh, Grandpa Rick, we're in for a bumpy ride. Oh, jeez.
Grandpa Green! Oh no, it's the OPA!
Please don't sue us. I don't think they would, though. But yeah, so Reese did his piloting check. What happened is unimportant. He didn't crash, is the important part. So now it's technological warfare turn. So, Loki, I assume you're going to do it. What you can do during this time is you can attempt to either boost your own scanners or jam other people's with a technology check. And it's pretty much contested, so...
Is like said that interfering with the torpedo, is that a thing that I can do?
You can make it so they can kind of like you can jam their targeting, and it can make you guys have a better chance of getting away from that.
That's what I would like to do.
Yeah, go ahead. Just technology.
I got that intelligence there. I rolled a 14 with 2 stunt points.
14 with 2 stunt points.
And then he gets 2 extra from me, right?
If he he can take those.
If you wanted to give them to the gunner, you could give them to Green. At the time, I thought I was going to gun, but he's going to take that station.
Okay, I'm gonna give him to the gunner then.
Okay. So you have 2 stunt points to use on your electronic warfare check, which means that you are jamming their ships. With a 14, I need to roll. They have a person on board that's going to try and stop you. Nah, you rolled better than them. Of course you did.
So would this be would I use space combat, vehicle combat, or infiltration investigation stunts for a situation like this?
Probably the space combat ones.
Okay. And Kevin, do you know what any of that means?
I do, actually. Matt was very kind and caught me up on a bunch of that stuff.
Showed you
He
all
likes
those stunts
stunting
in
on
this
folks
game.
in real life, so it was pretty easy.
The stunts are super cool, man. The stunts are a really cool part of this system.
Man, I've been learning about how space works because of this game.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm all
That's
about
a good
it.
thing to learn.
All about it, man. I was used to be an astrophysics major until I got lazy, so I'm going to be nerding out on this hard. I love space.
I've been learning about, I don't know how to say it, apoapsis and periapsis. It's like it's
What?
terminology.
Cool.
That sounds like a piss pickle.
A piss pickle.
I'm going to use multi-targeting. Our ship's defense cannons can attack and defend this round without any penalties.
They can attack and okay, cool. That actually does matter a lot.
So our scanners are going to multi-point scanners are going to come up on your screen, Matt, and show a bunch of extra cursors and highlights of threats. So you don't have to do as much work this time.
Yes. So on your turn, you have all the targets on your screen right now immediately. So you can both attack and defend, which is something you can normally not do.
I think, can you not do it, or is there a penalty to doing it?
I don't think you can do it.
The way it's phrased led me to believe you could with some kind of penalty, but I haven't read the rules in a long time. I'll go look.
Oh, here we go. I'm on the thing finally. So, Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
Go ahead and make that weapon attack if you so choose. You can attack either the ship, or you can shoot the torpedo directly. You get another chance to attack the torpedo on the defensive action, though, I believe.
Okay. If that is the case, then I will try to hit the ship.
Okay. You can always use points if you want.
And you have 2 from me.
And yes, you have 2 stunt points regardless. So if that can help you hit somehow.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is one of the only times that you can use stunt points when you fail.
Nice.
Which is interesting.
What is the next level?
The level that you're trying to hit. It's actually based on what kind of ship they have. So it's like. So it's the ship's defense rating.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's their electronic warfare number. Yeah. So let me read that part real quick. We don't do a lot of this, but
I see the part where it's the ship point defense cannons, and if you use them to attack, the defense test is increased difficulty, usually.
Okay.
On the defense
But
round.
in this case, no penalty.
That's correct. But usually, if you use it both, it's a penalty on the defense round.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm on the attack page. Oh, fire immune to a weapon attack within the range automatically hits the target ship. Oh, so the fact that you chose to shoot apparently means that you hit, unless they can get out of the way of the guns. But they're not going to try to because they're very large. So you do hit, actually.
Cool. Your attack. What is this?
So you can spend those 2 stunt points. In addition to that, it does a PDC does 2d6 damage.
Okay. I would like to use shrapnel, which allows me to spend my points for another d6 of damage.
Absolutely, do 3d6 of damage to the ship.
Great.
It's like the space combat equivalent of lethal blow, I think.
Yeah, more or less. That's not bad.
My favorite. My favorite stunt.
Damn.
So their hull. So what you're doing here is you're trying to overcome their hull number with damage. It's kind of like how in Savage Worlds you're trying to overcome toughness, which you do succeed in doing this time. So that means that they're going to take some complications.
Nice.
So you hit. Essentially, what it means is you hit them, and you hit them in the right spots, and you see like little explosions go all across the top of their ship. After that, go ahead and give me a defensive roll to not get hit by a torpedo. The torpedo is going to have trouble hitting you anyways because it's too close. But go ahead and give me a... Let's see. Evading torpedoes, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can try and shoot them down with your PDCs. Yep.
Oh, cool. So another accuracy roll?
It's going to be a defensive action roll, which... See, point defense, under defense. Sorry. I am reading... Here it is. Okay, ships can also defend against torpedo attacks with point defense cannons, using them to shoot down an incoming attack before it hits. This is a test of the ship's sensors, since the reaction time required is faster than the best human gunner. The target number is the same as evasion 10 plus the attacking ship's sensor score, plus any bonuses from electronic warfare, which Gary got a bunch of this turn. So, give me a sensor score. Oh, it's 3d6, yeah, plus sensor. The ship's sensors.
3d6.
Your ship's sensor score is 1. 11. And you're trying to beat their number, essentially.
Gotcha.
So you got an 11. What's their sensor score? Oof. This could be problematic. So in this case, a torpedo comes hurling at you. That's not the best roll, is the issue. Oh yeah, you can use points if you want. Would you like to boost it up a few, or not?
I have 4 fortune left.
Okay.
From that terrible...
From that death combat earlier?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that fight was so intense.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's not levels.
It's not levels. It's versus. It's their sensor plus 10.
And what if there's a tie?
If there's a tie, I think you have to beat it.
Dang. Yeah. I mean, I'll die. Surely.
How many are you gonna spend?
I mean, if I spend
to put it in perspective, your ship's sensors is 1, so theirs will be, if higher than yours, not like by much. So.
I guess I can spend 2 points of fortune. That's as much as I can spend.
Alrighty. You spend 2 points of fortune. Essentially, what that's gonna do is you like push a button. And it's like you notice that they're off target by a little bit. You hit like the recalculate button, and it suddenly points at this torpedo, lights it up. The torpedo explodes pretty close to you guys. I guess Reese will make a piloting check to not be caught up in this explosion. Oh, that was a close one, guys. He's gonna dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dip. Yeah, whatever. And then there you guys are. You guys survived the torpedo. That ship is hurt from your initial PDC attack. And at that, they're not going to fuck around too much more. They were going to try and help their friends escape, but now they're all going to start activating their Epstein drives. You see the several ships. 2 very large ships that are... one of the ones was the one that you're shooting at, and then several smaller ships all just... They just start taking off. They don't make any noise, though, because you're in space.
Nice.
It just, noise makes me more comfortable, I guess. But yes, during all that time, Isaac, that thing I talked to you about happened. And it was exciting because of that last explosion there.
Yeah, I bet I felt that just a little bit.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, so the situation now, all the ships ahead of you have escaped. You're going to hear radio communication come over your radio communicator. It'll be Draper. She will notify you that they have gotten to their ship and that they are free in the dock, taking care of whoever's left over. So you now know that the way behind you, you have allies as well.
That's clear. We've closed down the perimeter. The last few stragglers have escaped.
Well done. Get back in here.
Thank God. All right, let's go back. Let's go back and take a well-deserved rest.
So
I think we've
Isaac,
saved the day enough today.
the airlock that you accessed is in the cargo hold. It is roughly like 3 levels down. So it's just like climbing 3 small stories on a ladder. It's not very high. To get to where they are, if you wanted to. I'm not expecting you to, but I'm just letting you know where they are. But yeah, so you guys go back into the dock. You go past the big ship that has since surrendered. As you see a battleship from the station itself that you assume Draper's in command of, sitting there with their guns trained on them. Loki can tell that they are target locked on the enemy. So you guys are in the clear now out here.
Job well done. Who should we talk to for extra payment, Calliope? I feel like that wasn't part of the job.
No, it wasn't part of the job. I could probably lean on Fred Jones, since we saved his life and his dogs.
Fred Johnson.
Ned Flanders.
Hey, oh yeah.
No, just all the way rewind it. You see what you get, Jahan?
Howdily, Space Arenas.
It cuts
No,
to
you
Fred
absolutely
Johnson
know
and
that
he
Ned
disappears
Flanders is
into
on
the
the
bush.
Mormon ship. But yeah, I can lean on Fred Johnson. But first, I need to sleep.
All right, you get rested. We'll get back to the hangar and get settled down.
Thank you.
What tournament did Vampire Bite win?
He won a high Q tournament in high school for being a smart brain boy. They went completely undefeated all the way up to the top and then won second in the state tournament.
Congratulations, Vampire
wow.
Bites.
Vampire Bright's got that big brain. Get that smart brain.
Also, he has, or they have booned Green.
Thank you, Vampire Bites.
So Green might not die now. It's the opposite of what they said they were going to do. But yeah, so y'all get back into the area. Your ship is small enough to fit through that hole that was blown in the docks. So the docks are going to be out of commission for a little while. They need to be repaired. A lot of things need to be repaired. A lot of things are bad off. You start seeing the station come to life. Small auxiliary ships going around collecting debris. People getting right to work. Are you guys going to go back inside, I assume?
Inside the dock, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in the dock, but are you guys going to, like, exit your ship and go, like...
Oh no, Calliope's going to bed.
Oh, you guys are going to...
Calliope's going to bed. If you try to stop her, she'll just fucking fall on you, and then you'll have to drag her unconscious body around. She's done.
Yeah, that's fair. I forgot how tired you guys are. Yeah, so you guys will dock and presumably head to your quarters. Anyone who wants to, that is.
Well,
Yeah, she puts out a little message like, if you need us, we're on the space bullet, but please don't need us.
I'll put out I'll put out feelers in whatever way you think is necessary to intrigue. Is there like a back channel on the radios I can use to try to find some leads or some jobs while we're here?
Leads or jobs?
Maybe some information broker type of stuff, some black market gigs.
You want to look? Okay, so you want to look for like a black market job thing.
While everybody else is asleep. That's what I'm going to use the communicators
Specifically
to do.
in the vein of espionage.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay. There is actually rules in the new Ships of the Expanse book, which I am currently looking at.
Hey, that's a new Green Ronin book. The physical copies are out, right?
Absolutely. I don't know if it's actually out yet.
I don't either. Let me see. It is brand new, though. Ships of the Expanse release date. Yes, I believe it did. I believe it just came out.
So if you want to look for like a job really easily, Johnson has one for you guys that he'll mention next time you talk to him.
Okay.
But also, you can try to reach out to your normal contact if you would like to.
Yes, I would, and maybe even not a normal contact if that's a thing.
Give me more on that. Be specific.
I don't know how this setting handles like a Jabba the Hutt or like a black market, black information broker type of situation. I don't know how this game does that. I don't know how this setting does it, I guess, rather. Is that a thing that does exist or can exist?
Those things exist in every setting.
Yes, that's what I thought. So I figure communication intrigue's the best way to try to get in contact with those people. I'm trying to get from point A to point B on that thought. That's what I want to do, but how?
So are you looking for information, or are you trying to get a job to find information?
Yes, I'm trying to get a job to find information. Go to point A, pick up this, and take it to point B for X person.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm having a little trouble with this. So, you want to... I'm sorry, what do you want to pick up exactly?
I would love to steal information for a high-paying contract.
Okay, I mean, so that could be... So, the people that you could go to for that usually are liaisons to faction leaders. It really depends on who you want to rip off and who you want to work for.
People, I want to rip off people, pretty much anybody, and work for the people who pay the most and are dangerous.
That couldn't be more vague. But okay, I shall give you something.
I feel like that's exactly who's the most trouble. That's who I want to work for.
You want to work for who's the most trouble? The most trouble are the people that just stole all those ships.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't we just almost murder a bunch of those and actually murder
fine.
a bunch of
You can go work for them
others
after that. Yeah, they'll hire you.
Yeah, how much do they pay us? Probably a shit ton, right? For some insider scoop information.
So do you want to try and find those people to talk to them, essentially?
Yeah, I'm sure they still have people around here. I'll put my feelers out, see if they need anything done. Now that they're run out of here, they probably need information about this place. And I now have all the security schematics for this place from last session when I crit that security check.
Yes.
And I have all the security schematics for the Mormon ship.
You do.
So what can I do to help these people?
So you want to help the dissidents.
I want to make money, a shit ton of money. Does anybody need the information that I have?
There are a few people that you could go work for that are very dangerous, that could pay you a lot. If you're looking for who's going to pay the most, those people are not going to pay the most. The people that are going to pay the most are Mao, who is like that Jeff Bezos guy, Asian Jeff Bezos.
I can only work for him in secret.
Okay. He's one of the ones.
Yeah, can't work for him in front of everybody. So maybe. That's a maybe.
Okay, so that's a maybe. Fred Johnson pays well.
That's a definitely.
And then you could always try working for the Earther government or the Martian government. Contacts in the Martian government.
I bet this giant ship, the Navarro, was built by the Martian government, right? It's Martian spec'd. Ordered Martian parts, but it's built by Mormon mechanics, right?
I mean,
but earlier, didn't we get like Martian tech engines and stuff to piece it?
It's literally built by the Tycho engineering company that is being paid by Mormons, not any government.
Oh, so it's being made by Tycho. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'd like to work for, I guess, the regular old Martians then. They probably would like to pay me money.
Okay. So you're gonna start putting feelers out looking for a job. That's the end of that. We'll figure that out in a minute.
Got it.
Isaac, you're aboard this ship. It has docked. You are. What are you doing?
Currently rooting around the cargo hold, trying to see what the ship is carrying to get an idea of what exactly I was able to latch onto.
So so the ship has no actual cargo. It has like the leftover crates of a cargo hauler. You can tell that they have been working, but nothing in particular is on board. They have yet to take on cargo, which is what you'll find.
Interesting.
Below you are the engines and I believe a workshop, and then above you are the crew quarters, and then the cockpit at the very top.
I would like to start moving towards where Loki is, to sort of facilitate a chance encounter. So I guess up the ladder.
Where are you, Loki, physically doing this?
I don't know if I'm by my room or up in the communication. I'm probably up in communication, so the other two can't hear me. So they're in their chambers, and I'm up in the main.
Yes, that's easy. You
Up
just
on the
try
main
and
bridge.
sneak aboard the bridge to go do stuff. Yeah, you peek your head up. You see a guy sitting in a chair on a computer.
You see a guy. You know what my guy looks like? You should.
Indeed. You are... I do. So I'm going to crawl out. I'm going to slowly start to pull my blade. And I'm going to approach from behind and kind of stand at full height and be like, Martian.
Jesus!
So,
Who the hell are you aboard my ship? I don't carry a gun. I obviously fumble around and don't have a gun and like turn my body in my chair. And you're winning the intimidation right now.
are you the one who pilots this trash frigate?
Oh, Jesus! No,
Don't let Reese hear you.
no, our trash pilot is asleep downstairs. Who let you aboard my ship?
I let me aboard your ship after narrowly dodging whoever foolishly was shooting your guns.
Well, to be clear, there was a moment where I piloted the ship, followed by a moment where I shot the guns, and then the moment where I worked the computers. So, perhaps you're looking for only me or not me at all.
So it seems as though you don't do anything well.
This is why I hired the crew. I pay them well.
I'll go ahead and realize that he's not a threat and put my blade away. I am Sir Isaac Shistinghouse, and I would like to offer my services.
Well, we'll put it to a vote. All in favor?
Vote?
And no one is on the bridge right now except for me. I'll look around.
I will also look around.
Aye.
Easily trusting this one.
You could have stabbed me in the back already if you wanted to. If you want the job, you ask for a job.
It seems as though we both need a job. You do not carry anything aboard your ship.
Everything I carry is stored in the information all throughout this ship.
I see. I
The most
too am.
dangerous weapons I have are my crew. If they were in here, you would be sliced, diced, and filled full of holes.
So
Is,
you do have crew.
Is the room just like covered in blood at this
Yeah.
point? Like, yeah. Probably stinks.
For the
in
for the
there.
record, Isaac, there are many corpses where you are.
I'll kind of glance down at one as I step over a piece of it and kind of acknowledge the fact that he mentioned he had a crew. So you did not do this all by your lonesome.
Oh no, not a single one of those bodies was me.
Green, where are you?
I was taking a little nap in my room.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Okay.
I would like to meet the rest of your crew, Captain.
Okay, maybe you wait in the mess hall in the galley and we bring them there. When you walk up on people, they don't see you, it is little spookies, so maybe you don't do that to them.
I'll make a kind of a exaggerated look around the room and then ask him, is this not the mess hall?
Ah, touche, the mess. I signaled down the stairs to the kitchen.
After you.
After you.
Fine. I'm gonna head that way.
Loki almost never goes first.
Well, Logan, I don't think he ever has.
I'm such a chicken shit.
So yeah, you guys float on down the stairs and you're in the kitchen. There are auxiliary rooms beneath the cargo hold, actually, for like guests. But yeah, so you're in the mess
Well,
hall.
isn't the space bullet built for like 16 people?
It is.
Okay.
4 to 12. Yeah, 4 to 12. 4
Well,
to 16.
it is, but the rooms that you guys all have individually are meant for more than one person.
Oh, okay.
Like you guys could like.
Oh, so we have like big rooms.
You guys have rooms that are meant for 4 people.
Nice.
And by meant for 4 people, I mean like asses to elbows.
Meant for 2
bunk
people.
beds.
Meant for 4, I meant for 2 and barely comfortable for 1.
Yeah, each room has like 4 bunk beds and then like a desk everyone has to share.
Yeah, it's like a submarine room, sort of, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
But each of you, there is enough of them for each of you to have your own 4 beds.
Got it.
And then there's the auxiliary rooms. But yeah, so, I guess, are you guys doing anything except staring at each other or what?
After he goes down, I'll put some tea on or something on the kettle. We're parked, aren't we, right now?
Yeah, you guys are parked.
So there is gravity,
There's
light
no
gravity?
gravity.
No gravity. We're parked with no gravity.
Yeah, there's no gravity in the docks.
Got it.
But you can still, can you boil water
I don't know.
in 0 gravity?
In 0G.
Let me...
I'm pretty sure you can. I think it has to do with air pressure, not gravity.
Yeah, as long as we have atmosphere, like close to 1 atmosphere, we should be able to boil it. The tricky part
you
would
can.
just be like not wanting to have fire because it'll flow everywhere like a liquid in microgravity.
Oh, it looks weird.
Yeah, it probably looks like space tea.
Well, because so when you normally boil water, all the air bubbles float to the surface because of gravity. It does not do that, so it just kind of has bubbles in it.
Did you Bing it and you're not even showing it on the stream?
Yeah, I googled it.
You Googled it?
I didn't have
Who
time
the
to
hell are you?
But
Give
yeah,
me my best friend and game master back.
right? But yeah, so you do boil tea. Sorry, it wasn't the most important thing. I was just curious.
It is important. I get it started and then I'll go wake up Green and then Calliope.
I think when you wake up Calliope, she's so like. First of all, did we get any fortune points back from our nap?
So I was gonna have you guys will have enough downtime to assume a return of your points.
Okay, but at this moment,
Yes.
all of them, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna let it happen for
I wanna
sake of
play.
ease.
Okay. All right. She's still like. She's probably been sleeping with like her pistol under her pillow though, just because it's been a rough day.
Mhm.
So when Loki wakes her up, she just like points it at him like, ah!
The eyes of a killer look back at you, Loki. The eyes
Oh.
of a killer.
Oh shit. There's a stranger on board the ship who wishes to join our crew.
What?
That's
Do
a
you
good.
want to meet him or do you want to sleep?
Oh, meet him. Fuck.
I walk away. That's good for me. I'm sure
She
Green
gets
and
up, puts
I.
on her Pikachu onesie. Fuck it.
I'm sure Green and I have a really similar conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's only one way to find out.
Knock knock.
Yeah.
There's a stranger on the ship who wants to join us.
There's a stranger on the ship.
Well, he won't be a stranger once you meet him, but yes, a stranger on the ship who wants to join our crew, and I told him yes. So now you must come meet him.
I guarantee you, if there's a stranger on the ship, I'm going to kill him.
Okay. You can sort that out when you meet him. After all, he is a belter, so his pay is cutting into your pay.
So, yeah. Are you gonna go get Reese too?
Man, sure. Hey, Reese, are you awake in there?
Why are you doing an impression of me?
Oh, I just thought maybe you'd be more responsive if I talked like you.
Oh, jeez.
You want to come meet the new guy?
Oh, yeah, I love people.
Oh, shit, come on, let's meet him.
He comes. Do you know what he actually sounds like, Kevin?
I do not, but I mean, I'm,
So this is
I
just what you
believe it.
think he sounds like.
I mean, knowing Leighton, I can totally picture the voice based on your impersonations.
It's not like what we're doing.
It's not like what we're doing.
No. Just it sounds like I'm trying to imagine like who he sounds like. It's like if Thanos was really fucking high.
Yeah, kind of.
On helium?
It's almost
No. On weed.
Oh.
He sounds like Eeyore. But yeah, so Mr. Green, you disappear into nothingness.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god.
And then you
so
go.
just so that you know, Cal is absolutely going into this with her pistol.
Okay. So you have a pistol in your Pikachu onesie. You go down
I'm
into
probably
the thing.
quite a sight, honestly.
Green, I don't know how you sneaked down the ladder without anyone seeing you, but you did.
Nice.
Obviously, he turns into mist.
There might be a floor grate
guess,
that you
man.
could move and slip down in between the floors.
He could have, or I mean, I feel like he could have just like crawled on the ceiling because there's no gravity.
I like that one. That's what I did.
Nice.
Like some sort of demon monster. But yeah, so you're behind this guy.
I
can't
say,
say that you aren't.
yeah. I said that's not a stranger.
I'll turn around and start.
Okay.
While he's
John
doing
Green,
that, I
good to see you again.
I flip him with my fighting roll, my brawling roll.
Yeah,
I
you,
say,
yeah, you do.
good to see you.
I'm gonna
Good to see
land
you
on my
guys.
feet.
He does land on his feet.
Oh, nice.
Oh no,
Cal's watching
there's
this.
two of them.
Cal's watching this kind of bemused, and then she puts her pistol away and like starts to. She puts her pistol in her onesie pocket and gets herself some tea because Green's got it.
You remember the OPA handshake, I see.
I do, Isaac. I do.
For the record, if you try to do that to other OPA members, they'll be mad. That's not their handshake. Just
We
for
were
the record.
good friends that fought together in the OPA. We grew up very close.
Oh, that could be your handshake. That's fine. Just don't go do it to like, other people. They'll get mad.
I'm huge.
You are huge. But yeah, so hey, they know each other. Look at that. Loki, you're down there, right?
Yes, I am. You didn't tell me you used to be an acrobat, a performer. It makes sense. There's more of you circus freaks about.
Don't be racist, Loki.
I'm not. They're just flipping around this damn cargo hold like a Cirque du Soleil show in space.
There's no gravity in their belters. Leave them alone.
Isaac will glance over at the brightly yellow adorned crew member and kind of quizzically start to turn his head and be like, "What sort of creature is this? It smells like an earthling."
I am an earthling. My name is Cal. Nice to meet you.
Isaac will do some sort of very, probably upsetting to look at, sort of bow, where his body starts to crumple down and then move right back up, sort of like a
She's
modern
not
day-
looking. She's not looking. She's just
He'll do
like,
it anyway. Nice.
Maybe she like hears his spine just like.
Let me try and introduce you to Reese here. Let's see. Let me see if I can do his. I'm Reese.
That's it.
There you go. That's much closer to the.
Isaac will nod in his direction.
But he's the
So
pilot. So
So you and Green know each other?
Indeed we do. Fellow Belters like to stick together.
It's a belter ship now. Ha.
Green, what's the word on your friend here? Is he actually your friend?
He is actually my friend, and he's really good at his job.
Oh, good. Then we don't have to kill any more people today.
All right, then let's put it to a vote if he's on the crew or not.
I
I
feel
don't-
the same way.
I don't care.
I vote no, I don't want another green.
I vote yes.
Does that make me a tiebreaker? Fuck. Oh no, there's Reese. Reese would probably vote no, wouldn't he?
I don't know, probably. I hate everything.
Except for Cal.
Except Cal.
Then that means that your yes makes it a tie, and then we have to figure out how to break it.
Isaac will pull his knife out and vote yes.
I like Green. I trust his judgment, so yes.
So does
But
make
that
it a
means
tie?
you two have to share a room though. When I'm not sharing a room.
Yeah, that's fair. You two share a room.
Fine.
I do not require such commodities as that.
You're not going to just hang out wherever you want. You go to your quarters.
I'll go
He's
ahead and
not
do another one.
five. He's not your son.
Don't be weird. Don't just hang out in like the common quarters all the time. That's weird. Go to a room and sleep. The hell.
But yes, after this introduction is concluded, all of you can finish your rest, and awaken the next space day to more space stuff. So the corpses are still here. They're still gross. There's still blood. You guys have yet to clean anything up. But outside the ship, the dock is starting to look better. It seems that they put a patch on the dock doors, so you can now leave your ship without a suit.
All right.
That was like
Cal.
the first thing they did.
Okay. Cal is gonna hire some cleaners because she's not dealing with this.
Hiring corpse removal.
She has 6 income right now, so I'm pretty sure she can afford it.
Yeah, probably. You can just go pay some dudes outside. They'll do it. But also, Fred Johnson calls you guys the next day, makes an offer to you to fix up your ship.
Yes, please.
And he wanted to talk to you guys whenever you had time. So.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. I'll get dressed in my nice jumpsuit, and like, sort of like, I guess I want to look impressive. I kind of probably have a crush on him a little bit, so I like fix my hair and like get my stuff together and try to look impressive and I guess clean. I think a bullet grazed my arm, so there's probably a bandage.
Yeah,
on
you
it.
guys can get fixed up in your med bay. You guys have like basic supplies. It's not too hard. Yeah, you get dressed up. Who else wants to go talk to Fred?
I could heal you over there.
Green.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too, but I'm gonna spray myself with some expensive Martian cologne before we go.
Ooh,
And fluff up my tracksuit and make sure I got my chain all settled.
Okay. He puts on a little of the red planet. That's what it's called.
Make sure I show off just enough chest hair, but not too much.
That's cool. They call it something cool like Olympus Mons or something.
I'm going to wear a Jeffrey and Bongo shirt.
Absolutely. I was hoping someone mentioned Jeffrey and Bongo.
Yeah.
I have a note here to make sure I remember they exist too.
Nice.
Jeffrey Bongo 2. Bongo in the jungle. I don't know.
It's the best one.
I like Bongo and Congo, I think. It was the fourth one.
The only thing more important than family is family. But yeah, so you guys all seem to be heading out. Reese will mind the ship. I don't want to go outside. Everything sucks. And he'll start like
fair.
doing routine like maintenance and stuff. Just kind of.
Someone needs to scrub all the blood.
Oh jeez.
Well, no, I hired cleaners.
Oh yeah, you
We
did.
can like flip a coin and draw straws for it, and Reese can lose.
I like that option better. Reese is gonna do it. Have fun in Hawaii, asshole. But yes, So, you guys all get in the lift. You guys enter first off, you enter the habitation rings. You can tell everybody's been working pretty hard trying to get things back to normal. You still see some people being carried away in handcuffs for their part in the riots. They are picking up bodies. Lots of body bags.
Can I like perceive to overhear if there's any like gossip flying around already about the incident?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's a decent gossiping check. I mean, yeah, people are saying all kinds of things. They're talking about, mostly what they're talking about is them almost destroying the base. That was pretty intense for everybody. And then the escape of Marcus Inaros with a small army of ships. And wondering what that's going to mean.
Got it.
People are speculating wildly, like he's going to create like a free drifter nation or like and stuff like that. People are like, they have
he's going to create the Quarians.
Yeah, he's going to do some sort of they have a surprisingly high opinion of him, in spite of what he did. They actually like look to him like, well, if people like Fred Johnson are going to protect us, then we need to look to true inners. There's a lot of that talk. True inners, or not inners, sorry, outers. True outers, not true belters. Because Fred Johnson is technically an earther. He just
so there's definitely like a separatist.
Yeah, you can feel a fracture has occurred and it has not healed overnight. It's getting worse. So you can definitely tell that things are churning up.
Gotta say, I'm a bit uncomfortable being an Earther right now.
You should be. Yeah, they were targeting your people. They were targeting Earthers and Martians during this riot. And then you got these two belters with you, who they don't hate you. Well, I mean, maybe Isaac does. I don't know. It's totally.
Cal likes to think that Green is her friend.
Green, I'm sure that Green likes you guys. Yeah.
Isaac is relatively simple-minded. He really likes the idea of, because he's a belter and they kind of grew up very family-oriented. He's kind of one of those people that'll like be a pit bull for his crew, and he's just kind of happy to have a crew. Although it's really hard to tell with his lack of emotion.
So you guys, that's just to set I wanted you guys to see what happened now that you guys have entered the habitation. But the rings are spinning, and so there is gravity in here again, which is what you guys helped to do. Now you guys enter the gondola that leads through space to the offices of Fred Johnson. And you get there, yeah. And the secretary will buzz you in. Oh, he's expecting you.
Thank you. And I guess Cal sort of leads the way in.
Yeah, so you walk in. He has a very high opinion of Cal because of a combination of stunts and just general interaction. Oh yeah, you carried him like a baby after you saved his life. That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Did I?
Yeah, because there was no gravity, so you like caught him in your arms.
I don't remember that at all.
I definitely remember it.
In that main generator room, right as we got him back.
Yeah, she like caught him as he was like falling down and like. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and then I like was like guarding him like a mama bear.
Yeah, you saved his life.
I fucking forgot.
But yeah, so he welcomes all of you in. He welcomes Cal first, as Cal is his favorite. Loki, Green. He'll look around for Reese, and he doesn't care that Reese is in here. Reese is mean. No, I'm just kidding. But he'll look around. Oh, so most of you are here. I see a new face. He'll look at Isaac, and then he'll like look at you guys. Be like,
Reese
am I free to talk?
Reese is the ship right now. This is Isaac, and he's Green's friend, and I guess he's sort of part of our crew now.
Okay.
Once more, you'll start to hear the crackling of the spine as he sort of does the awkward bow, and then stands up at as full height as he can with the simulated gravity now.
I suppose if you're friends with Green, you can't be all bad. I owe the crew of the Space Bullet my life, and so
It's
do many
horrible
people on
advice.
this station. But I do worry about what those ships are gonna do now that Marcos Inaros has them.
Yeah, I've been hearing a bit of separatist chatter on the streets on the way over here. I kept an ear out. And there's definitely some social issues that may or may not have been out in the open before, but are certainly out in the open now.
Yeah, they've always been here, just beneath the surface. So what he's gonna do, he has someone come in the room. He'd be like, I need to thank you guys and pay you for your work, obviously, first off. And the person that comes in is the bespectacled engineer that you guys have seen from time to time that works on the Navarro. But he has with him an iPad, essentially, and it has your ship on it. And I'd be like, well, first off, we're going to take care of fixing up your ship after everything that happened. We want you guys... they're also going to provide you with some upgrades as payment. So this is the first time you guys have really done this. Page 122 of the book has ship qualities. You can just kind of tell me which ones sound good, and I'll give you a mix. If you want something like really badass, I'll just give you that. If you want like a couple small things, that's fine too.
Oh shit. Hold on. I just... no, this is the wrong thing. Sorry, it quit out of it, and then when I tried to reopen it, it decided to reopen all my translating stuff.
Yeah, no problem. That's not a big deal.
Okay, so I think I found it.
The abilities range from advanced sensors packages to self-destruct. So you can't have a hangar bay. Ship's not big enough. You can get the good juice, which helps you during those high G maneuvers. Hull plating, hidden compartments, improved stores, luxury amenities, so you guys can have like nice stuff. You can become more maneuverable. You can get a medical expert system, which is like a robo doctor. Plasma torpedoes, which that's pretty self-explanatory. Self-destruct system, like I said, stealth, and you can also get weapon systems that you don't have. And out of those that you don't have, railgun is the only one you don't have.
I think that Cal would probably opt for the medical expert system because we don't have a doctor.
It's not a bad choice. That's a pretty good one. It's a pretty big one. So if you guys want that as your payment, it is a good choice.
She'll just like say what she thinks, but leave it up to the rest of you guys to decide.
But that's one. So that's what you get as your like reward. Also, he'll take care of all the repairs. He's going to have people go and clean out the bodies and stuff, and just take care of the general vibe of the ship. And you guys know that his people are very busy, so the fact that he's like taking them away from fixing the station to help you out should resonate with you.
Might I suggest we get a stealth upgrade or hidden compartments in case we find ourselves in an interesting situation in the near future?
But if we find ourselves in an interesting situation and we're injured, I mean, I guess we could jury rig some bandages or something, but...
Hopefully if we're stealth, we don't ever get injured in the first place.
I guess we could turn my workshop into some kind of horrifying surgery.
Very cyberpunk-esque. How Mike Pondsmith of you.
I don't know what that means.
That's the guy who wrote Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I suck.
No, that's okay. I mean, it's like, Cal's just like, I guess I have a steady enough hand.
Loki has a collection of ttrpg books in his room.
Oh, no. So for the record, the medical expert system essentially acts in lieu of a doctor. It's like having a doctor on board that is just a robot. It can diagnose, give you drugs, and provide other treatments. And the other thing, what do you call it? The stealth is pretty good. It's a coding for your ship. When you are not using anything, when your ship's just sitting there inactive, using only passive sensors, you are effectively invisible, undetectable to ship sensors. But that's only when you're not like moving at all or doing anything.
Those are both really good.
And then hidden compartments is obviously like smuggling compartments.
Yeah.
I think those can probably wait, but I think both of the first two are very cool options. Having a passive doctor on board is a very clutch move, and also being invisible is a clutch move.
Yeah, those are both good. So yeah, whichever one you pick, you guys don't have to decide immediately. You guys can think about it for a little bit. Like you tell me after the break.
I have an argument for the stealth one.
Okay.
I think in the future we'll get a bigger ship, and that bigger ship will without a doubt have a medical bay or a doctor on board, and then we can put this stealth ship in the hangar aboard that larger ship. Larger ships can have hangars that house ships, so we'll have a stealth ship at our disposal once we get stealth.
It'll have to be a really big ass ship, but yeah.
This is a large, right?
It is a large.
So do we need to get a colossal or a giant for that?
I think it needs to be like 2 sizes above. So whichever one that is. Oh, actually, the rules are right there too. Yeah. Let's see. Hangar bay. The ship's hangar bay capable of carrying ships 3 or more sizes smaller than it. So it has to be 3 sizes larger than large.
Does that exist?
Yes. For the record, the Navarro is like 12 times larger than yours.
Oh, okay.
Because the Navarro is a big boy. The Navarro is one of the biggest ships in the entire system.
Yeah, so it goes. So there are listed in the ship medium, large, huge, and then gigantic, and then colossal.
Yes, so it'd have to be colossal.
Yeah, on the hangar bay, it says a colossal ship can have a hangar bay able to carry ships up to large size.
We only need a crew of 256 people on a colossal ship.
Oh, wow. Hey, it could happen. You never know.
Land party.
This is...
Fred Johnson makes Cal his commander, and she suddenly gets...
No shit, that'd be awesome.
She would hate that, let's be real. Yeah, I think Cal is still gonna argue for the medical thing, because...
Yeah, once I priced it out, it'll be a long time until we get a colossal ship.
Yeah, it'll be a while.
Just because everybody had such close calls this last fight.
You guys really did. No one really got injured, but it's coming.
I guess she'll leave it up to Green and Isaac and Reese to decide. Reese would obviously want something pilot face.
There is a maneuvering one too.
I know. He would want that one for sure.
Yeah, there is. I feel bad having this happen without him here, actually. But...
And honestly, I mean, because Isaac is new, he's probably going to respectfully decline choosing it all because it's really not his business as of yet.
That leaves it up
was
to
not
Green.
super helpful.
So, my vote. Would we be able to get the stealth and the hidden compartments?
Yeah.
For this one, yeah.
Yeah, the hidden compartments are a pretty small thing. I'm not too worried about that.
Is the med bay like the only thing you can get if you get that one?
I was gonna say, can we get doctor in hidden compartments?
Yeah. So the hidden compartments are small. Like, if you guys wanted, you guys can't have the medical bay and the stealth. But yeah, hidden compartments in either of those two is probably fair.
Well, then put hidden compartments on our definitely list.
Okay, so you guys have hidden compartments. They'll start working on it.
And then...
All right, if we have hidden compartments, I think we should get the med bay, because...
Now we don't need as much stealth because we have a place to hide some shit.
I agree.
Completely agree.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys will push the buttons on the iPad and then like push confirm, and then Johnson will like sign on it, and it'll be in the works immediately. They already had people going there and getting it cleaned up. He's like,
cool.
It's the least I can do. I owe you guys, so.
We appreciate it, sir. We appreciate it a lot. We had a lot of close calls yesterday.
Yes, and someone dropped quite a lot of blood on our ship, so if you could send a crew to help
Blood.
Reese clean it up.
Yeah, Reese is there all by himself because he drew the short straw.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, they'll definitely. They're gonna do a full tip-top ship shape kind of thing. So
You know, in hindsight, I suppose we should have all cleaned it together. Sorry, Reese.
I wasn't gonna do it. You couldn't pay me to do it. Sorry.
I haven't cleaned my own ship since I was like 14.
but now that business is concluded, I actually have something else to ask. I can't spare any of my men right now. Right now, there's too much going on. But given the fact that Zig was from Ceres, and his faction is in direct opposition to Anderson Dawes, who is also an OPA operative faction leader. You guys have heard the name probably. He's one of the better known ones. And Green, you definitely know him. And so does Isaac, yeah.
Is he Ceres based?
Yeah, he's based in Ceres. I need you to go to Ceres and just touch base with Mr. Dawes and see what's going on and what he knows.
Make sure he's okay and all that.
I don't really care if he's okay, but him and Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson are not friends.
Okay. So what exactly do you want us to do? You just want us to gossip with him?
I want you to find out what he's up to and see if he had anything to do with what happened here. However you choose to accomplish that task, I don't want to know about it.
So is he saying that he suspects... He just said that Zig, the Viking guy, was in opposition to...
Yeah, he was in opposition to Anderson Dawes, but they are from the same station. And the OPA, I mean, they're all in opposition, really, to each other.
Okay.
But sometimes they work together, so he's just trying to figure out what's going on. He has no idea what's going on. He didn't see this coming. So he's sending you guys as, like, an information gathering, which is kind of what Loki wanted to do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, like what Cal loves to do as well.
Yeah, Cal likes to find stuff out, and this is your chance to find out what's deeper going-ons here. And find out, also, he'll add a side note, find out if he knows anything about this new weapon. Obviously, he's referencing the proto-molecule that you guys told everybody about, which is why everything that's happened so far has happened. So.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay, we can do that.
Okay, cool. Cool. So just then the doors burst open, and those two guys that you and Reese saw in the Greek restaurant pop in. You remember?
Yeah.
There he is.
I pull my gun on them immediately.
They whip something out from behind their back really fast, and it's a cake. Happy birthday to
Are you fucking kidding me?
Happy birthday.
I shoot the cake. I fucking shoot the cake.
Ah! The cake
Maybe I didn't shoot the
explodes. They get icing all over the place and be like, ah.
What a mess.
This is why I don't like guns.
Are you fucking kidding me? I just go off on them. I was like, and they probably have no.
They have no idea. They have no idea what's going on.
This woman is just shrieking at them like a banshee.
One of them will hit the other one and be like, I told you we shouldn't have done it in the office. I thought
you were trying to kill him.
They'll look at each other, and then they'll look at you, and they'll be like, that's why you shouldn't eavesdrop.
Shut the fuck up!
Very good.
Thank you for resubbing, Jenny.
Yes, thank you. 8 months, babe!
8 months? And now you can use the fresh out the box Gary emote.
Oh, fresh out the Gary.
Yeah, fresh out the Gary. Check it out.
Gary,
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Colorfly realized that was there just on her own because she was looking through the emotes. She was like, wow, look, it's Gary. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so the cake's everywhere. Those guys look pretty crestfallen. And then, yeah, you guys are free to do what you want. Are you going to leave for Ceres immediately? Or what's your plan here?
I like Ceres, so I'm ready to go.
Isn't that where you're from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm trying to think. I kind of want to establish, like, do I know what my own reputation is right now?
With Fred Johnson?
Like on board Tycho in general.
On board Tycho, you're not the most well known, but people might recognize your name. People, all of you really. People have definitely heard of the Space Bullet at this point, and they heard that its crew helped get the ring spinning again.
Okay.
And they might have heard that someone named Cal saved Fred Johnson, but naturally they assume you're a man.
Wow, that is so sexist. Oh.
It is sexist. It is sexist. Absolutely.
Can I look around the bridge and see if anybody up here seems shifty?
Where?
Around the bridge of Fred Johnson's the command office.
Yeah, sure.
With my spy background, I'm going to look around and see if I recognize anybody, maybe applying some tricks of the trade, anybody who looks like they could be nefarious or shifty, with a 15 as my roll. And if I can spend fortune to make that a higher level of success, I'm willing to do that, I think.
I don't think you need to. So, you're looking around. I mean, you do notice a couple things that are pretty funny. You notice people mostly stealing company time, kind of thing. You're like, that person's playing video games. It's kind of like on the Avengers, where that man's playing Galaga. He didn't think anyone would notice, but we got him.
That person has been on the shitter for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just notice that some guy gets up and gets coffee like every 4 minutes, and he's gone for like 6 minutes every time. Like, what the hell?
But you'll note the comings and goings of people. They mostly seem to be various department heads trying to figure out how to proceed in cleaning up the station, what to do about tightening security, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna try to pay attention to who I think I could press for information, or who I think is weak, who I think would break, and I'm gonna try to use my background talent to make them a contact. I may need to press someone in this command room in the future.
So what are you so you're trying to have seen something that you could use as leverage, essentially?
I'm probably going to make a mental note of 3 of these people or so, and when I get back to the ship, look up where they stay and who their families are and who I think I have the most leverage over.
Okay, so you'll note these people. Okay. Absolutely. You can do that. You're trying to make a spy network. But yeah, so you guys can head back.
Trying to make a spy network.
So you guys get back in the gondola. Yeah?
Before we go, I want to sort of talk to Fred Johnson. God, that took me so long. Fred Johnson on the side, and ask him about, like, basically ask for, like, what's the deal with, like, sorry, my brain is like...
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm asking, like, what, I guess, is the plan for, like, dealing with Marcus and Aris, and if anything... Marcus, basically the 3 names that I have in my notes that I want updates on are Ida Fairchild, Morton Wells, and Marcus and Aris, if there's any information that's come...
Morton Wells is currently presumed dead. Ida Fairchild hasn't been seen in a while. She's either laying low or she's also dead, but no one has any reason to suspect she's dead. And then Marcos Inaros he'll simply explain. We're just going to have to wait for the other shoe to drop on that one. He doesn't really base out of anywhere. They kind of just float out in the belt.
Okay.
Because they are pirates. He knew that before they came here, but yeah, he wasn't expecting him to try to do a coup. So
Got it. And just for fun, she's gonna flirt with Fred Johnson, whose name I can't remember, but she can pretend she can remember it, and that she pays more attention to things than I do.
You can flirt with him.
With Ned Flanders constantly.
Hidely. Yeah, go ahead and give me a communications kind of check here.
Okay.
Let's see how well this goes.
Not well.
Okay.
Not great.
You brush your hair behind your ear, and like a piece of skull like falls out of your hair.
No.
His smooth, deep voice will wash over you. But like, you should probably go clean up there.
Kill me. She collapses to the floor. She's just like, kill me.
He still has a high opinion of you, all of you really, but definitely mostly Cal because of that thing you did.
It's okay. She could try again next time.
You can try again next time.
Do we gain an income?
No, you guys are paid. If any of you have like 0 income, yeah, you can have 1.
Is that on base or current?
Current?
Hot.
Yeah.
Jahan, my goal when we started this game was to collect 10 income, and you keep paying us with perks and not income. So my goal is still to collect 9 income.
How much income do you have right now?
7.
You have 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're rich as fuck.
I know, but I'm supposed to be a cosmopolitan spy executive background. I'm supposed to be rich as fuck.
Yeah, but the higher your income is, the harder it is to raise your income.
Mo money, mo problems.
Yeah. But yeah, so
wow,
anyone...
Cal's income is 6. I didn't realize she was that rich.
Jesus, that's pretty high.
See?
She just hasn't been spending.
Yeah, you guys haven't really been spending very much. You guys have been kind of like taken care of, more or less. Because you keep doing favors for a guy that owns a shipyard, essentially. But yeah, so you guys head on down to the rings. You guys can do anything you want to before you actually set off for a series. But whatever you do, just think about it and let me know. And we can find out about it after the break.
Oh.
Wow, that went fast.
That did go fast. But yeah, so thank you everyone for watching so far. We'll be back with more of The Expanse. We've been fresh out the box, and thank you for watching. Hey everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Green Ronin's The Expanse. I am the Game Master, Johanan.
I'm the co-host, Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary. I'm a retired child crimes and human trafficking detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian. And tonight, I'll be playing the part of Loki, the hacker aboard this space bullet.
I don't know why, but I thought you were just going to be like, I'm a retired child.
Oh, no. I am actually 3 children stacked on top of each other's shoulders wearing a track jacket that's too small.
I can vouch for that.
Got it. Hi, everybody. I'm Alicia Benisa. I play Cal, who's not a man, and who is the navigator, and I write horror stuff. You can read my latest script on my Twitter at Hidden Audio. Well, it's not my Twitter. It's my show's Twitter at Hidden Audio, but I run it, so it's basically my Twitter.
Hey, folks, I'm Matt, but tonight I'm playing Sean Green, Agent of Chaos, and I think he's feeling like he's going to start some shit at the next location. So
I like the sound of that.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Kevin, but tonight I will be reprising a guest role as Sir Isaac Schistinghouse. I specialize in deception and fraudulent activity.
I'm in love with the character voice, honestly.
Thank you.
I'm literally just imagining, like, Lurch.
Yeah, I see the guy.
Perfect. And the turtle. You gotta see the turtleneck.
Did you ever
Is it hiding like a gnarly scar?
Absolutely. Nice call. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Hell on Wheels?
Mm-hmm.
You know the Swede in Hell on Wheels?
That's
I'm getting the Swede vibes from your character.
right on. All huge compliments. Thank you, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me.
I used to be an actor as well. I just can't find the time these days. Last thing I did was a dance film in 2019, so I'm getting back on it, but we'll see.
Your most recent film was more recent than my most recent film.
Well, luckily it's not a competition.
What was the film called?
Christabel, directed by the recently, unfortunately late Gary Chasen. And you can actually, funnily enough, a couple weeks ago, cracked myself up finding out that I do, for some reason, have an IMDb page. So you can check me out on IMDb at Kevin Romero. I am the original one, no Roman numerals after. That's just...
Kevin Romero?
Indeed.
Great-great-grandchild of George A. No, I'm just kidding.
If only. I did check. We are not actually related, which is
awesome.
a darn shame, if you ask me.
I found you.
Yes. I need to go ahead and start paying for it so I can put pictures up, but you know.
Yeah, so that's right. Here on Fresh Out the Box, we play ttrpgs with the stars of dance movies. But yeah, so where we last left off, you guys were heading out to Ceres. Before you leave Tycho Station, is there anything you wanted to do?
Yes, I wanted to go shopping to refill our kitchen.
Yes. So you are restocked with anything. You have all the basics. Anything in particular you want, you can request. You just let me know if there's any special foods you desire.
Obviously, candied scorpions, man.
Yeah, they'll give you more candied bugs. It'll be a variety pack.
Yeah, hey, like, food is scarce on Earth. You gotta eat what you can eat.
I would like ingredients to make space pie.
It's
What?
the filling is singularity berries, and whatever you make when it causes a black hole.
What is a space pie?
I just
How
explained it,
different is
John.
it than a moon pie?
I just want to know what ingredients you need, man.
I imagine it tastes like a cosmic brownie, no?
There you go. Okay.
Ew.
This is falling apart in my
Which you can
hands.
get on commissary, I believe.
A cosmic brownie mixed with a moon pie sounds like something very gross.
A cosmic moon pie. I'd eat that.
That's called a space pie, and that's what Green's making.
Alrighty. So there will be a box of moon pies. And
Hard,
some fudge and
chewy
sprinkles.
brownies with a hard graham cracker bottom and some of that fake mallow in the middle, with those hard candy pieces shoved onto the top.
But you realize after biting into it that they're actually like bubble gum.
Ugh. No, bubblegum and brownies. That's everyone's favorite.
I enjoy flavors like that because I'm a child. But yeah, so you guys get these things that you want. You board the space bullet. So for just your understanding, it does take like a couple days for the upgrades to take effect, and you guys just kind of have downtime during that time. And you can lend a hand around if you want. You can kind of interact with people aboard Tycho, but at the end of that time, you guys are free to head to Ceres. I guess I need to
Yeah, I'm probably just chilling on the ship, just taking the downtime. Like seriously.
Yeah, that makes sense. You went through a lot. You're now a hardened killer. Let's see.
Isaac will be sitting in the mess hall with perfect posture, just slowly sharpening his blade, which is already quite sharp. Just kind of staring straight forward.
But now, is he trying to like make it so that it can cut through dimensions?
Of course.
That was a subtle knife reference. Yeah.
Knife reference. But yeah, so the time passes. Reese made his pilot check. He did not, however, crash into the dock, so you're okay. And he's going to head on out to Ceres. It takes a few days. How many exactly? I don't know.
I bet it's in the book.
It is in the book. Yeah, they have like a table that's all these. Here we go. Average travel time. You guys are going to be traveling at 1G, not at 7Gs, because that's stressful. From it's only planet to planet here. It's probably going to be about 3 days, I think, because you guys are already in the belt.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, you guys will just be at sea for 3 days. It's not too bad. You guys doing anything of note during this time? You guys can't use this time to work on projects, interact with one another.
Interlude activities. Hold on.
There's actually a whole bunch of new ones too in the new book.
Oh, really?
I haven't looked at them yet, but yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh my God. Interludes. Okay.
There we go. Shipboard life. Which way is up? No way is up, because you're in space. So when you guys are under thrust, though, you guys do have gravity.
Okay.
For anyone who doesn't understand how that works, the ship is stacked in stories like a skyscraper, and so when you're moving forward, the downward force causes the floor to be the floor.
Everybody else should go first.
Yeah, anybody doing anything. You don't have to do it. You could just read a book. You could I'm just curious more than anything, It doesn't have to be anything of consequence.
There are a couple of things I'd like to do over the 3-day period. One being, I want to add that strap to the shield. I don't think we ever did that.
Okay.
And then the other one is to watch Jeffrey and Bonga 3, where they solve a mystery at a theme park.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to spend my days, all 3 days, each one researching a different of the 3 people who I remember from the command floor of Tycho Station.
All right, so you actually need to give me a roll for that.
Can I do cryptography? Or is this not cryptography?
Sorry,
more... Okay.
It's espionage.
It is. I had to try. I've rolled a 16 with 3 stunt points.
Oh yeah, you did. Look at that. So yeah, use those stunt points how you want. I think I know how you're going to use them though. And yeah, so you're trying to figure out which of these 3 people you can leverage into being your contact. Yeah, so you can send a cryptic email to one of them anonymously and be like, "Hey, I know what you did," or something.
Yeah,
like that.
so all investigation stunts, I'll use Lucky Break. And I'll figure out which one is the one to use and what to use to leverage them with.
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
quickly.
You'll just send them an email of their own like private bank account information,
Yeah, that's a good one.
and then you'll be like, "When I call you, you will answer," and like that's all you have to do, really.
The reason I was going to say cryptography is just because I'm doing it discreetly and through a hidden network and such. I'm not doing it on our open comms. In case that comes up again, that was the reason why I initially thought maybe.
Cryptography. Yeah, I mean, I guess that can work. But yeah, no, that's a good use of time. Green, you're gonna add a strap to your shield.
One more cue on that one, my friend.
One more cue on you. Yeah, good.
So can I use the contact talent that I have to make that person a contact?
How's that work?
I can attempt to make a contact out of an NPC with neutral or better attitude with me with a successful communication persuasion test. The GM sets the target number based on my likelihood of knowing the character or having mutual friends. The more distant the character's social class, blah, blah, blah.
So technically, with my understanding of the situation, you are blackmailing this person.
That is correct,
Which
into
makes
being a
them-
contact.
Which makes them an enemy.
But can it make them an enemy contact?
So they have to be neutral or better. So they don't like you, and they would actively work against you if they had the chance because you're blackmailing them. In the future, maybe. But right now, because of the way you're going about it, no.
Okay.
I mean, you could try to do it a different way, I guess, where you're not blackmailing them, and then maybe. But my understanding is that you are specifically blackmailing.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely blackmailing this guy.
So they will work for you, as long as you have this leverage over them. But they wouldn't do it willingly, which makes them not a contact.
Does that character have a name or?
Yeah, sure. We'll say you blackmail. So the names I always pull off the top of my head are stupid. That's not a good one. We'll just. The second one's not any better.
How about Commander Michael Bensley?
Commander, huh? That's too high. Michael
said
Bensley's
that
okay though.
What rank would be on the bridge?
On the bridge, yeah. Commander's like the top lady. Her name's Commander Draper. No, not Draper. Shit, I forgot her name. Oh well, it's not her though. It's just one of the grunts that you blackmail.
Lieutenant Michael Bensley.
Lieutenant. That's still an officer. We'll say
Officers only on the bridge.
Is that true?
Almost exclusively.
I mean, it's not true here though.
Okay.
We'll say it's a corporal. You have leverage on like a corporal. I don't want it to be too high.
Lance Corporal Jacob Atworthy.
Jacob Atworthy. Sure.
Push
You
it
gotta
all
give
out
us
a lot
a second.
bigger.
That means you have a second name in the bank already, Jahan.
Yeah. So Corporal Michael Beasley. That is fine. My first name was I think Jake Jacobson or something like that, and then it was like Gregory, and then like I don't know, they weren't good. But yeah. So yeah, you have a contact.
Good. All squared away. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Green.
Yes.
You want to put a strap on the shield?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Neat. Yeah, so I go into the shop and yeah, I try to remember how I watched Cal make the shield and put the strap on.
Yeah, you can try to put it on. Give me I guess intelligence.
It's Dex.
Is it Dex? Okay, Dex. Yeah, there's a strap on your shield now.
Sweet.
Not a problem. Cal, are you doing anything on these 3 days?
Yeah, so I think Cal's like really disgruntled that people think she's a man. So First, so she's gonna try to work on her reputation a little bit.
That is something you can do,
Yeah. So first, I would like to know if there was any like security footage of the fight when we were rescuing Fred Johnson.
Probably.
Okay, so she wants to like probably like after spending a little bit of time with Loki, she probably goes through the footage and finds like either a picture, like a still image or a video of her going like just like whoosh, whoosh, like protecting Fred Johnson, and she's just gonna leak that.
Yeah, sure. You sent a photo of you in a warrior pose to a news outlet.
No.
And they'll be like, female freedom fighter saves.
Is that my title?
Saves
Valkyrie
Fred
swoops
Johnson.
from the sky to save Fred Johnson.
Yeah, that's fine.
What did you say?
Valkyrie swoops in from the sky to save Fred Johnson.
Valkyrie.
With you
Calgary.
holding him in between your arms, kicking off the wall.
Yeah, but no, that'll work. Some of the people, yeah, they'll stop assuming that you're a man when they hear the name Cal.
Yay!
no.
That's what I wanted.
They'll know your gender now.
So that's what she's been doing.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you make contact with the news outlet, and I feel like Fred Johnson might be a little embarrassed, but that's okay. As long as you didn't send the picture of you holding him, then you're fine. But
No, she sent the pictures of her like swinging her hammer and like jumping and beating the shit out of people, trying to kill Fred Johnson, basically.
no problemo. Yeah, no, those are good use of the time. You're just sharpening your knife and being a weirdo, right, Isaac?
Actually, looking at the fact there are actual interlude activities, I would like to do something. So the first day, I'm kind of wandering around, observing everyone doing their thing. And then I'll kind of take note of the fact that the Martian seems to have a similar interest as I do, and that would be networking. So I'm going to try to relate better to Loki.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a... Well, I mean, you guys can just talk, actually. In character. And that'll I'll just say that it happens. You don't really have to roll for it.
Cool.
You do, however, have to role play for it.
Ooh. Clickety clack clack, clickety clack clack clack.
You feel arms reach around your shoulders and a head touch your top of your head. And I'm like,
hell? What the hell? Get off of
hello,
me!
my friend.
Don't, no. You are sneaky. You are too quiet. Even Green is sneaky, but you are something else. Don't put your head on my head. That's weird. You are a strange fellow. I know that you know this, and putting your head on people is strange. How can I
better
help?
to relate to one than getting closer to their thoughts?
How many friends do you have, Isaac?
You have met Sean Green.
That's it.
Perhaps you'll keep your head in your personal space from now on. You make more friends, yes.
I shall sit here and observe you until you are willing to be my friend. You'll kind of hear the popping and spinal cracking as he doesn't really sit down. He sort of falls into a cross-legged position.
There are, from the way I understand the way that this is set up, there's like a half platform in the front of the ship where there are 2 seats. And then down the little half platform, there's like 2 seats on the side and 2 seats on this side. Yes. Where everybody else can strap in. And there's like a little hallway here that leads to the uppity stairs and the seats.
Got you. I will sit
hang
directly
out here.
behind you. Or I guess, then I'll sit directly across from you.
Okay. Yeah, these up 2 front seats is where Calliope and Reese usually are. And if Calliope's sleeping, I'll take her seat in the front, but I'm usually in this side seat back here.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll sit directly across from you and just patiently wait until you're willing to have a conversation.
I stare at you for like 45 seconds and don't say a word, and then turn around and go back to clickety-clacking my keys.
I will pull out my blade and resume sharpening while keeping my gaze on you.
Hey, doing nothing. It's called parallel play, where you're just doing things in the same room while not interacting, but that's like a way of bonding. So hey, it works.
That is actually, I didn't know that had a word. When we were
does have a
in
word.
high school, we used to go to the lake house and like one of my friends would read comics, one would draw, and I would like fucking play board games or cards or something or just chill. And we loved spending time in the same room, but not doing the same thing. That was like I always gauged a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feel like you have to entertain the person while they're there, that's a true friend.
So
I
I
like
guess
that. That's a good point.
I guess Loki and Isaac are true friends now.
That's true. My Isaac's love language is creepy.
You don't say.
He is a CRPTJ.
So, Isaac, tell me, is there some special man or woman waiting for you back home?
Just the other Belters. I do not seek companionship with those of my kind.
I'm pretty sure Isaac is actually the Borg.
Yeah, I turn and look at him again, and I look him up and down, and I'm like, nah.
I'll go ahead and kind of stare at him for a little bit, and then I'll roll my turtleneck down and show him the scar, and I'll just kind of tell him, this is what trust gets you in your life.
Yes, this is why I didn't want to have Green on board in the first place. He's dangerous, and his friends are dangerous.
Green is a solid friend. He has come to my aid many times during our service with the OPA.
I'm going to stand up and walk over to you and put my finger on your scar and say, that's what trust gets you. And go downstairs.
I will give it a second, and then I'll stand up, tuck my blade, and follow my new friend downstairs. It's like a big, creepy puppy dog.
So you guys get to know each other a little bit better over these next few days, and potentially get more used to each other. So after the third day, Reese is going to pull it into Sirius Station. You guys will see it through the window. It is a giant. What's the term? Is it a meteor or an asteroid? I think it's an asteroid in this context. It's huge.
Jahan, can I spend the other 2 days training?
Yes.
Okay,
what are you training?
So I think Cal's pretty pissed that she almost got really hurt because she couldn't maintain her accuracy. So she's gonna put in I guess 16 hours in the gun range.
Yeah, sure. It's all digital, but yeah, you can it's more or less like you're playing a video game. But yeah, you can do something like that.
Also, Jahan, just for reference, a meteor is just an asteroid after it's entered the atmosphere.
That's what I thought. Yeah, asteroids are in space. Meteors are when they're crashing. Yeah, I knew that there was a difference. So it's a giant asteroid, and in the heart of the asteroid has been built the space station. It's one of the very first ones to ever be built out here. So it's very old, has a long history of being the home of the belt, and it is the home of Green, and I presume also Isaac.
Correct.
But yeah, so you guys pull on into the dock. There's lots of ships from all over the place out here. Less ships from the inners. Less Earth and Martian ships. Mostly Belter ships out here. And as you guys pull in and dock, they ask for, just your standard. You'll hear Reese go over it. Yeah, this is the space bullet docking, certification, blah, blah, blah. You guys will pull on in. No issue. You guys aren't trying to hide anything. You guys aren't being illegal, so no complications. As you exit the ship, there's just Belters all around you. They're everywhere. They are humming away, doing their jobs, yelling at each other. It's like being on just an old-timey dock, surrounded by pirates and rough and tumble sorts. But the first thing you'll notice about Sirius is it is crowded. Crowded.
What was that station that we went to where we got where it was a tourist trap? Was that Sirius?
That was Ganymede.
Ganymede, okay.
And that was on a planet.
Got it.
Yeah, that was on a moon on Jupiter?
One of Jupiter's moons, Ganymede. Yeah.
So we've never been to. Oh my God!
Ceres.
Thank you.
No. This is you and Loki and Reese's first time here.
Okay.
Well, I mean Loki could have gotten here, but it's definitely you and Reese's first time.
I think people don't like me here, but that's up to you. I think I made enemies here.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. This is definitely the place to make enemies.
Yeah, if we had had more time to fully flesh out a background, I would have made enemies. In a few places, this one likely number one on the list.
Hey man, anytime you want to add stuff to that background, you just let me know.
Give it to you right now. I made some enemies or an enemy here.
Okay. Absolutely. I'll figure out what that means in a bit. But yeah, so you guys are here. That's the first thing you notice is that it's very crowded. It's not like Tycho. It's not like Ganymede. It is dirty. The air has this weird smell to it. It smells both dirty and also has like a mixture of like a lot of chemicals that are trying to clean it. It just has this thick, muggy, oppressive nature to it. Everything's kind of like tight quarters.
So it's like
pressed in.
Probably reminds Cal of where she grew up, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Just add a sky, and yeah, this is Earth, asses to elbows. But yeah, it's definitely overpopulated here. There's definitely a lot of poor people here as well. You can see them like sitting on the corners, beating each other up and stuff, trying to take what little food each other have. It's pretty rough around here.
Stealing the photos of each other's families that are held in their sleeves.
There you go.
Green, this is your home, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Actually, reminds me a lot of my home.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
No, I quite miss my home.
Yeah, I just know it can be pretty rough around here.
Yeah.
So
if any of you are claustrophobic, you are claustrophobic right now. Just FYI.
I do not like it, but I'm not claustrophobic.
Okay. I didn't know if anyone had that. That's a rough one in space. That's a rough one. But yeah, there's just people everywhere. Every now and again, you'll start seeing, because I assume you guys are kind of trying to pay attention to like the people you see. You see a lot of OPA thugs walking around. Just big dicking people being like, just get out of my way, pushing them down. You'll see a company. Every now and again, you see someone wearing I think it's called Star Security badge. They are contracted out to run security on Ceres. They are a privatized police force.
Can I keep my eye open for one of these guys, like a coffee shop or a cafe that has his jacket and badge on the back of his chair? I'd like to do a little disguise action if I could grab myself a jacket, but I'm not going to go start a fight for one.
So a lot of people, just FYI, a lot of people around here, they're very on guard. But you can first give me a perception. Perceptible.
14 perceptings.
Yeah, so you see one where someone has their Star Security jacket like on the back of their chair.
Hey, Green.
It's like one of those street booths with like 5 stools, and they're serving up slop.
Green, why don't you grab us one of those jackets? It may come in handy.
you don't want me to grab just the security guard?
Just the jacket, Green.
Just the jacket.
Turning
Okay.
misdemeanors into felonies.
He's like sitting on a stool, leaning forward, slurping some space too.
Yeah. So let's see if he notices you.
Green is like, are you sure I'm not allowed to commit murder today?
Green comes back with the guy over his shoulder with no jacket.
Meanwhile, Isaac has like misunderstood the instructions entirely, and there's just a river of blood where he's just cut off the guy's head.
Isaac's wearing the jacket, eating the soup, covered in blood.
So yeah, given the fact that there's a crowd around, he's at a slight disadvantage when trying to stop you from taking things from him. And also, he's not actively trying to see. So you do, that's good enough to sneak up on him.
Awesome.
You're just going to grab the jacket and walk off?
Well, not walk exactly. I will heal you away.
So he grabs a jacket, he dumps the skates out of the bottom of his Heely shoes, and he just rolls away.
Heelys were made for space.
Ahead of their time, for sure.
Absolutely. I think those and the ones with the pump on them were both made for space.
They're both going to come back. What about moon shoes? Most certainly made for space.
Absolutely.
I think that there is a minor amount of gravity on Ceres, but it's definitely not full gravity. But
You know, it was
I'll
made
say
for
your Heelys
space.
work just fine.
Sock 'em boppers.
They're more fun than a pillow fight. You blow them up, you put your hands inside, get ready to have the time of your life.
We don't have a sponsorship yet, Jahan. Cut it.
They don't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
that's right. These are generic blow-up plastic punchy hands. Until we get sponsored.
Oh, I just hurt myself laughing.
Oh no.
Sock and boppers are still a good time. All
We're
these
gonna
years
call
later.
them Jahan's Jabbers.
Jahan. But yeah, so you do Heely away with this jacket.
I'll put it on.
You put it okay. Yeah. So what's your goal here? Are you trying to disguise yourself as a security operative?
Oh no. My goal is just simply to put on the jacket and Healy back to the group.
Okay. So he leads back to the group wearing this jacket.
We can call them Jahangir.
Yeah.
So I think Cal is like a little bit paranoid after. I think she has like a little bit of not post-traumatic stress disorder because it hasn't been long enough, but she's like pretty stressed out. I think pretty still. So she's wearing like her flak jacket. She has her hammer sort of slung across her back with like straps. She's got her pistol with her. But I think like she's not gonna let it sort of stop her from being her. So she's gonna ask Green like where the local haunts are that she can go do her thing at.
You grew up poor, right, Green?
I definitely did.
So there's this wall down on the 3rd floor that sometimes has a funny taste that you guys like to lick. There's like stuff like that. It's not. It's not the best because you grew up like you're not just a belter, you're a poor belter. Which,
Like maybe you know where the sewage facilities are at.
Yeah, you probably know a lot of
think that's
weird
cool.
places around here that you can go find stuff.
Yeah, I
Mostly
don't think-
drugs.
Cal was never that poor. I'm pretty sure Cal has a cousin who's like a commander somewhere. So she's never been that poor. So I think she's just gonna be like, "Okay, Green, thank you," and then go off to sort of figure things out for herself.
Is there a, like, I don't know, underground casino or...
That's exactly the kind
So
of thing
there
that she
is, we'll say there used to be a restaurant that served fish. And yeah, they're in the back room, you could play various games of chance for money.
Cool. Then I tell Cal about that.
Oh, Cal is excited about this, and she says she's gonna go there. Does anybody want to come with me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I fancy myself a game of chance today.
When you are a master of deception, there are no chance. I shall come along as well.
Isaac, your poker face must be on point.
It is the only one that I possess.
Yeah, there you go. Green, are you coming with us?
Absolutely.
I'll just wash the ship, guys. I don't want anyone to steal it.
You know, Reese, when I was up there, I think I saw more blood all over the consoles you need to clean up. Or maybe someone just ate strawberry jelly, but...
Yes, sir. He's gonna go like clean his toes with your toothbrush. He goes back on the ship. to do whatever it is that Reese does during these times.
I think we all know.
You guys come back. He has his pants off. He's next to the gas port. Of the
Oh no!
What the fuck?
I knew it.
He loves the ship. But yeah, so you guys head to this. It's a bit of a small building. All the buildings here are small. It's not really a building. It's just like a door on the wall, and it leads into. It has a sign that just has like a picture of a fish, and then some Chinese letters under it. And there's no one guarding the door or anything. You guys can just walk in.
Okay. We do so.
They will offer you. There'll be a man behind the counter who will offer you a menu. And by offering you a menu, I mean point at writing on the wall. That is the menu. Yeah. What can I get for you?
We're looking to get some fish.
He'll be like, "You're in the right place," and he'll point up at the menu. Every instance of the word "fish" written on the wall is in quotations. They don't actually have fish here, but it tastes like fish, and by that I mean he expects you would believe that because you don't know what fish tastes like. So but yeah, so you guys are in this. There is a back room that you guys can like go into if you know the secret words, which Green can know. Do you want to do that? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So you'll tell him. Let's see. What's a funny thing to say? Oh yeah, you'll have to recite the ancient proverb. You'll tell him the koi fish that can swim up the waterfall will become a dragon. And then he'll nod at you.
Cal is just you see Cal have like a mental orgasm from this phrase. She's on like nirvana right now. With this single password and this.
It's just too exciting for you.
Yeah, with this single password and this fish restaurant, this has just checked all of her boxes for like stories and haunt like good places, and she's just like, yeah.
Absolutely. So you're all excited about the intrigue and the secretism
and like the aesthetic and like
yeah, absolutely. But he'll let you in the background. He'll buzz like the door, and you'll hear it crack open, and you'll hear people back there immediately like yelling at each other about stuff.
Nice. So, what do we see when we get in the room?
When you enter the room, it is just a table surrounded by like crates of supplies and stuff. And you'll see a few men sitting there playing cards. That's about it. Nothing too exciting, really. It's not, it's a back room gambling den.
Hey, Green, what's the maximum buy-in for a place like this?
There's no official limit, I'll say.
They'll look up as you guys enter and be like, "Oh, wow, so many. We might have to start another game." One of them will get up and, like, go to another table. They'll kind of split up and let you guys split up as well.
I don't want to waste your time. I'm only trying to play with the high rollers.
They'll look at each other and be like, "Hey, ooh, high rollers."
Cal is going to say he plays for money. I play for words.
They'll look at each other, be like, "Well, the buy-in is money."
I slap a stack of 5 income down.
A stack of 5 income. That's not a thing. You can. So yeah, the money's a little weird in this game.
Yeah, it is.
But essentially, you just gamble, and the worse you do, the harder your income roll will be when you try to pay.
Sounds good.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just you're increasing the difficulty value every time that you gamble and lose. If you fail trying to pay, bad things will happen.
All right, I'll buy in, but then I'm only gonna. We'll have my credits represent. We'll have my extra credits represent bits of information, or something else. And I sort of wink. Oh yeah, they let me in.
Nice.
Okay. Well, with that roll, yeah, they'll let you buy in for sure. But as long as you have money, we can arrange something.
I got 6 income, so I could definitely slap a stack of 5 income down on the table if I needed to.
What about you, Green?
I would like to join this table as well.
So everybody's gonna buy in, right?
Isaac wants to look around. He's familiar with this environment, and he doesn't see what he's looking for off the top of his head. So he goes back to the door guy and asks him where the fish fight arena is, if it's still here.
Oh, like beta fish fighting or something?
No, he wants to fight for money.
Oh, you want to fight people for money?
He does, yeah.
The underground fight scene is something I am unaware existing on series. But if you say that that's something you want to be a part of, I guess it could be. But I mean, really, it's just a bunch of dudes punching each other in like a boiler room for money. It sounds about right. I mean, yeah, he'll look around and be like, "What are you, a cop?" I don't know. Some of the people in the back room will recognize at least one of you, though.
I will be discouraged by his remark, and I'll join the others at the table.
Okay.
Wait, they recognize one of
the two
us?
Belters with you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Either Green or Isaac, or both. But some people raise their eyebrows when you guys come in. Which one of you wants to get recognized?
I can get recognized, and in a bad way.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I, messed up a card game a while back that I remember, or something like that.
Oh, hey, look at this son of a bitch. Look at him. Green. Long time no see.
Yeah, it has been a while since I saw your ugly face.
You owe this ugly face money.
Do you have to start a fight immediately? We just got here, and I love
He does
it
it everywhere you go.
Well, I didn't start it. He started it.
Kinda, yeah.
Please, I love it here. Can we not overstay our welcome within 30 seconds?
As she says she loves it here, some mysterious liquid drips on her head from in this dingy back room.
She just wipes it off. She's like not really bothered. As long as it's not blood, she doesn't give a shit.
It's not blood. At least not human blood. But yeah. So, but yeah, that's what he says to you. He'd be like, "You owe me money, Green."
Yeah, I'll get you. I'll get you back on the next time around.
Yeah. No, given that this is the situation, some of them are gonna start standing up immediately and be like, "You gotta pay the man, Green. We know how you operate."
Cal just puts her head in her hands.
At this point, I'm gonna say they all recognize.
Yeah, they probably do.
It's been a long time since you've been home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How much do I owe?
An amount. You can make an income roll and see if you can cover it. So the way it is, I'm gonna pick a difficulty value.
All right.
And I will see if you can succeed. Because you have gotten paid. All right. So what happens is they all stand up and everyone thinks that Green's gonna fight them. Green reaches for what you presume is a weapon and pulls out some credits. He slaps them on the table and it is enough to pay. So your income now goes down by 1.
Cool.
And be like, ha ha! But I guess you are worth something, huh, Green? I guess you can play after all, and they'll start dealing you guys in.
Cal is like, to celebrate, I'll buy everybody a round of drinks.
They'll all cheer.
Do I have to roll for that, or do I just take a shot from my income?
You can, go ahead and roll your income as well. We'll start doing this more often. Yeah, no, that's you successfully buy everybody drinks, and I don't think that a round of drinks is enough to lower your income. So
Okay.
you're actually good. But yes, so you buy drinks, everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time. You guys are back here, and you guys get dealt in. Let's see. Everybody give me. How am I going to figure out how well you guys do at gambling here?
I want to cheat.
Okay, if you want to cheat.
Yeah, I want to count cards.
Count cards, that's going to be intelligence.
Can I use a deception roll for this?
You can. Okay, so that's a churn point. So the churn goes up, but that is a success for Loki. And then...
I like how as soon as I said it, Calliope just starts shaking her head. Alicia's like, this motherfucker, like...
Are you going to let the 9 stand, or are you going to try and pump that up? Because that's very low.
Oh, I can pump that up?
So you can use your fortune to try and get a higher level here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Am I stuck to a certain number that I'm allowed to use?
No.
Extra hot.
But so like an 11 is an average, 13 challenging, 15 hard, 17 formidable.
Perfect. I'm going to go with my initial assessment. I'm going to spend 6 fortune points. I'm
Also, your fortune is your health.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
6.
Which I think is really cool.
Okay, so you feel some cards like slip out of your sleeve, and you like just kind of scratch your head, and they fall back in. You're like, oh no. But you do successfully cheat. Yep. So both of you win this round. Cal, are you actually playing, or are you going to cheat too?
Oh, Cal's actually playing. Cal is not a cheater.
Okay. So
She's too much. She's too like zealous and for life to be a cheater.
That's fair. Let's see. What can I have you use?
I could do like perception to see if other people are trying to cheat me.
That's true. That's fair. Perception would work in poker. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Everyone, you're trying to read their faces. Everybody has pretty good poker faces, but you don't do bad. Let me see how they do. All right. That guy does shitty.
Cool.
That guy does shitty. All right, so they're not great at playing poker. Loki, you're gonna win at your table, and Green. No, Isaac. Isaac's cheating. Isaac will win at that table.
He likes to think of it more as deceiving, but that's fine.
That's part of the game.
That is part of the game. There is really no cheating in poker.
No,
Unless you like have extra cards.
Try counting
counting cards
Vegas,
isn't
where
really...
they say it's illegal to count cards. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to use my brain and pay
Yeah.
attention. Try that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make a better game if that's the case.
I'm gonna take my business to Atlantic City, where they can't catch me.
But yeah, so you guys do pretty well at poker.
Does this affect the money level or anything like that, or is this just plotline stuff?
It can.
Or story stuff?
If you keep playing, Loki would need to keep playing to really get money because
I
these
want to
guys-
go. I'm gonna go high roller style, man. I want to see if I can get these guys to tell me where the high roller casino is once I'm done here taking their money.
Meanwhile, while Loki's doing that, Cal is gonna try to just basically essentially like wheedle some gossip out of the players.
Yeah, now that we know how the gambling's going, you guys can attempt to schmooze.
Yeah, she's gonna schmooze.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that schmooze roll. That's
Not
a
great.
schmooze.
Not great.
You knock over someone's drink. And they're like, oh, the fuck!
I'm so sorry. She buys him another one.
He'd be like, okay. Boy, I'm still wet, though. But...
Ew.
Aren't we all? And then she winks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And then Loki, that is not the highest.
Not the highest, but it is an 11, which is not the lowest.
You're trying to find a secret high roller casino.
So if someone knows, like Green knows you small sharks some money, where do small sharks like you owe big money? That's where I need to go.
they'll look at each other mildly offended at the insinuations you're throwing around, and that's kind of reflects your low roll. We try not to mess with the big fish too much. Gambling is frowned upon around here, so we just kind of keep our game small.
You'll be bankrupt by the time I'm done with you. I'm afraid that's not how I like to live. I'm not Topher fucking Grace.
What? What a random diss.
Oh, hold on. It's not Topher Grace. It's the other one, right?
Toby Maguire.
There you go. Toby fucking Maguire. There you go. I'm not Toby fucking Maguire.
He gambled simply to ruin people's lives.
I thought that was the guy from Superbad.
Nah, it's Toby
Michael Cera.
No, it's
no, Michael Cera played a character based on Toby Maguire.
Okay, cool.
Wait, Toby Maguire actually, like...
Yeah, he's like a sociopath.
He's a real life monster. Yeah.
Yeah, you can Google his story. He straight up likes to play poor people in gambling games so that he can win their money because it makes him feel good about himself to put them down.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's all right. He'll still
Toby
never be
Maguire
Spider-Man.
gambling?
That guy can fucking
Oh my
kick rock,
goodness.
dude.
That's pretty funny.
Toby Maguire poker game?
But so they'll look at each other and be like, you can try the nicer parts of town, but we don't really, we try to keep it small around here. You could ask, let's call her Gremlin. There you go. They'll give you a nickname of an underworld character. So they won't tell you where to go, but they will give you the next crumb that you could use to go continue your gambling spree.
I want to ask about the guy that we've been sent to speak to.
Yeah, what's his name again?
Yeah.
Anderson Dawes. Daws.
Anderson.
And you guys are familiar with him. You guys have definitely had run-ins with his men. Maybe even with the man himself. He is very much a man of the people. He works side by side with people in the docks. He helps repair the station. All the while controlling a very large OPA faction.
Yeah, so I'll just I'll ask. So how's Dawes doing these days? Is he holding up all right?
That is a fair question. That will not draw too much suspicion. Yeah, go ahead and give me a communication check. See how much they feel like giving up.
None?
Yeah, the guy, he's good.
Someone is just straight up like, fuck you, Green.
But you guys usually roll so high, and you guys have just been bombing, which is really funny. But hey, it was bound to happen eventually.
At least we're doing it on social
use-
situations.
Am I able to use a talent in this situation? I've got a misdirection talent.
Read it.
As a major action, can make a communication deception test opposed by opponent's willpower or self-discipline. If successful, the opponent cannot stunt until the end of my next turn. That doesn't actually sound like it's that applicable.
So yeah, what that means is that if I roll really well, they can't use stunt points during this encounter, which...
Oh, so it's really got nothing to do with... Gotcha.
It nerfs them when it comes to, like, pretty much anything, really. But right now, you're not really fighting them.
Cool, no problem.
But it is very useful. Sorry. So yeah. So when you ask him how's Dawes doing, one of the guys like, he's good. And then like without further prodding, he just stops talking. Because you got a Seth.
Yeah.
Cal is gonna try to schmooze again.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you guys aren't really on a timetable, so that's better. So
She's basically gonna ask like, so what does a Earth girl like me need to know about the inner workings of Ceres?
Absolutely. With a role like that, they actually don't use it as an opportunity to hit on you. They're gonna tell you. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, a girl like you."
I mean, she's been encouraging it, so they get it.
More or less, but they're gonna kind of they're gonna give you the laydown. They'll be like, oh, an Earth girl like you needs to know to stay away from this guy. His name's Craig. He's a real dick. And
fuck Craig.
If you ever need to get out of here in a hurry, the guy on Dock 5, he's always willing to take up a passenger or two. They'll tell you about the factions to stay away from. Zig's guys, you gotta watch out for them. Don't cross the security people, the Star security guys. They're absolute bastards.
Is there a way? Do Zig's guys have like a special, I don't know, faction tattoo or something?
Just the usual. But they usually... I actually don't know if they individually mark each other. I don't think they really do. But they tend to be... They're the ones that walk in groups and, like, push people around and stuff.
Okay.
They're the ones out there being dicks. What's that, Loki?
Hey, Green.
What?
I want access to those Star security logs, all of their hardware and information. Do you think that you, Calliope, and I could hatch a scheme?
I do think that, yeah.
Perhaps if you can go into their security headquarters and disable a device, and I can reroute their call for a mechanic to fix it, Calliope can go in and get the information we need, set up the hardware.
What information do we need that you need to get from security?
If you could install the Loki device the same way you did back on Ganymede. Ganymede?
Yeah.
Ganymede.
What, are we going to cause a riot here too?
Perhaps.
Oh,
What
man.
is your end goal with that?
To have access to the servers of Star Security, so if they have any suspicious persons or any background files on anybody on this station, I'll have the information that they have.
Hey, you guys can try and break in there.
Honestly, I think I need a few more days before I'm willing to do that again.
Yes, we don't need to make it the top priority, but Green already has the jacket, so we're one step ahead on this scheme.
That's also how they pulled off the job in the Italian job. They messed up his cable TV.
Yeah.
And then Charlize Theron went in. It was dope.
I remember.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Almost there.
Sending in Charlize Theron.
I'm gonna make a dexterity, like a throwaway dex roll, because I want Cal to do a fancy card trick.
Okay. Hey. Which card is it? Yeah, you throw some cards around. One of the guys is really impressed. Like, wait, he's like, ha. He like kind of claps like a child a little bit. And then like he sees his friend staring at him, he collects himself.
Cal is just having fun here.
But yeah,
She's
so
very much enjoying herself.
Isaac, what's your income score?
1. Well, base 0, current 1.
Okay, you can have a 2 for now.
Hot.
After you collect your winnings. Loki, what is your 7?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, you can go to an 8.
Woohoo!
I feel like between all the times of me saying no to you,
Yeah.
I feel like it added up finally.
Thank you.
And hey, the other 2 of you didn't lose money, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys going to continue to gamble, or you guys want to go do other things?
I want to gamble with these guys one more time, and then I'll go find the high rollers later.
Okay.
Despite having wasted 6 life points, Isaac's gonna stand up from the table and walk away.
Nice.
I think Cal's gonna do one more round because she wants to ask, like, is there anything I can do to blend in? I don't know if I'm quite tall enough to pass as a belter, even though I'm 5'10", but... Well, I mean, is there anything I can do to make myself less Earth-like? So I don't have a screaming target on my back.
So they'll tell you, all the advice sounds really mean in my head, because, like, one of them is, like, lose some weight, because, like, they're all so malnourished, but...
You got little meat on your body, you could do to shed a few pounds if you want to look like a proper belter.
Wow, that was a really good Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
Thanks, thank you.
Yeah, one of them will say that. And then, like, another one will, like, hit him. Be like, you're not supposed to say that to girls. And then...
She's Earthborn. She's from inside. She does know.
That's true. But they'll say that you more or less look the part, other than the fact that you're obviously fed and, you know, you've seen the sun.
You don't listen to him. You ain't got a pound too much.
You could just go get food poisoning real quick.
Well, she doesn't really know what to say to that because she's not gonna starve herself to look more like a belter.
You could just dirty up, they'll say as well.
Okay, well, I was covered in gore the other day.
Yeah, but now you're freshly showered. They can tell. They're like, yeah, now you smell, you know, fine. Like, cover yourself in grease or something. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't spend time in my workshop today, but I will when I get back.
The belter description of fine always blows my mind. I swear mystery juice dripped on your head only moments ago.
Mystery juice did drip on my head just moments ago.
You seem gross enough for me, but hey, I'm no belter.
That's true.
They'll all kind of look at you and nod in agreement.
And then I put my cards down, and I rolled a 16 intelligence.
Oh, to count cards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll all throw their cards out and be like, ah, man, this guy. And, yeah.
So I guess I should just, like, keep on wearing my baggy jumpsuit then, and people would be less likely to cloak me as an earther.
True, yeah, if they can't see your body, then they could probably assume.
And I'll try to be dirty.
Yeah, no, I understand your hesitance to show as a earther right now. People are pretty upset with inners. But fortunately, you have Green and Isaac walking around to give you some street cred. But yeah, so is there anything else you guys want to do in the, I don't know, Lucky Fish or whatever it's called?
Just pick up some fish tacos before I head out.
Pick up some
Any
fish tacos.
Mm-hmm.
any good local legends, my man?
Yeah, they'll tell. I mean, you know, if you get them talking, they'll start there with their superstition about like.
You know they say there's a haunted meteor. If you float around it, cut off your drive, ghost hands will push you around it. I swear when you come back, if you baby powder your ship, you'll see the hands of children on the back.
It'll range everywhere from stuff like that to like the inners put stuff in the water to make people stupid.
Cal is like awkwardly quiet about that one because it's like really.
The reason belters are so tall, the inners poison our water. That's why our bone density is weaker.
Did you see that video that just came out recently?
They'll all look at each other. Oh yeah, that was crazy. It's only a matter of time before the inners use that stuff on us.
Sure is.
I'll fucking elbow you and be like, are you trying to threaten them? What the hell?
No, I feel really awkward about it because that's not a legend. It's true. Like the inners have been using your shit badly. And
yeah, they don't have any proof of that yet, but yeah, you know that's pretty true. So.
Yeah, I'm trying not to tell them. I'm just like, oh no. This is why she likes local legends, because they're true most of the time.
Yeah, he'll talk about how, like, every time a child goes missing, really, they're just, like, living in the walls, waiting for their moment to strike.
Well, that's horrifying.
Yeah, there's stuff like that. Every time there's a power outage over in D, another child goes missing.
D power outages. Missing children.
On that, the power will go out in the section you're in. And you guys keep, like, all the lights are out. Some people will turn on flashlights. You'll hear the most terrifying thing is that the air circulator turns off. And, like,
can I see if these guys are full of shit or if this is a real urban legend going around?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could try. Yeah,
Like an intuition
Hey, give
type
me
of
an
thing.
intuition type of thing.
I've rolled an 11.
And some churn. Yeah,
Snows.
it does seem. I mean, they don't seem to be bullshitting you as much as anytime you tell someone an urban legend. You know, like you can tell they don't fully believe the ones they're telling you. But
Cal is sitting there like the amount of bones in these walls.
yeah, one of them like looks scared while they're talking, like he buys this shit. But it's not everybody.
Are any of them, to be like really transparent, are any of those quest lines that we should jot down and follow up with, or are they just tales around a campfire?
If you investigate any of them, well, which ones did we talk about?
Specifically, the power outages and the kids going missing. Because
Kids do go missing
during power outages.
I mean,
Is that something worth investigating? A chain of power outages that could lead to the bad guys? Is that a?
it's completely unclear of why it would be happening, but there are kids that go missing from series all the time.
All right,
Just like anywhere.
that is just like anywhere. That's true.
Feel free to not pursue a missing child quest, though, Gary.
Yeah, I did that for a lot of years.
Yeah,
of
you
my
did
life.
that in real life. You don't have to. You don't have to relive that nightmare.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty good at it. We'd have an edge. Just wait until our characters have to write a horror podcast, and Elise is gonna fucking crush balls, dude. Wait until our characters have to build a set, and fucking Matt and Kevin are gonna take care of that shit for us.
Wait, do we have all the people we need to make a movie? I think we do, huh?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
The only thing we've ever needed is a director-producer to keep us on fucking track.
My brother went to school for that.
We have all the creatives we need. We just don't have
Doesn't
anybody. We just don't have anybody who can actually keep us fucking focused long enough.
My older brother went to film school, so. But yeah, so
Nice.
the power does shut off actually though, and the air circulation goes off. The guys around you, they don't seem too nervous. They kind of look around like, but there's always that back of your mind like, will the air actually turn back on? And it's off for quite some time.
Cal's like, wow, so you all are just like an hour away from death constantly.
They'll all look at each other and look at you, like, kind of confused, like, yeah. Like it's the most obvious thing in the world. And Green and Isaac, too, you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly the type of banter that keeps those from thinking you are Belter.
That's fair.
That is
That's
fair.
definitely fair. I mean, where I grew up, I've noticed the distinct lack of enjoyment of candied scorpions, but anywhere but Earth. But like, I guess we all have our quirks. Where I grew up, bugs were food.
Yeah,
It is okay. In the dark, Isaac will pat Loki on the head.
Did he mean to pat Cal and went missed?
yeah, out there we always one blown fuse away from death. But hey, we are Belters, and they'll all like raise their drinks and cheers in the dark. And then the power will come on at the same time, just kind of like a symbolic.
L'chaim.
Yeah, l'chaim. But yeah,
And Cal drinks.
so that's just kind of, I don't know, it's, you guys are getting a pretty good sense of the belt now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, you hear some commotion, just of people trying to take advantage of the dark to steal shit.
I'm guessing that we should just stay in place until it's.
You guys don't
over.
have to solve every problem. Yeah, it's not your job. But you hear, hey, you come back here, and then you hear someone get beat up outside. If you go look, it's just like the Star Security guys just beating up like a kid that was trying to steal food.
He was like en route to go missing, but they were beating him up instead, so he couldn't go missing. They
Good.
technically saved him.
Yeah, man, that's really proactive police work.
But yeah, so that series in a nutshell, I feel like I painted a pretty good picture here.
Yeah. That was a super fun scene.
I'm glad. So, all I need to know now is what your next move is.
Actually, I would like to ask Isaac a question.
Okay.
I look over to the security harassing the kid trying to steal food, and I say, "Hey, You want to help me take care of this?
Absolutely.
That is a thing too. People, OPA do beat up the security guards in defense of their own people. It does happen. So you guys go and jump these guys, and as you're, about to, you're like, "Hey, get the fuck off him," because they're beating the shit out of him. They go too far for sure. And as you guys are about to enter into this confrontation, that's where we're going to call it for the week.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like you guys understand the dystopia that is the belt. It sucks out here. And I was worried that it wasn't coming across, but now I feel like it's understood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but you guys did great. Yeah, you guys are on a series. You guys are in the midst of some shenanigans. Green always getting into trouble, which I approve of. Thank you, Kevin, for coming in, filling in.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He's in Honolulu, Louisiana.
Yeah, hopefully we can have you back next week. And everybody watching, make sure to tune in tomorrow night, where me and Gary will play some board games for you. And then Saturday is the first episode of our Nerd Talk podcast.
Fresh out the podcast.
That's the working title. We might go with it. It is actually pretty good. I like it too. Actually,
fucking name. It's so
What about Fresh Out the Box Cast?
Fresh Out the Box Cast. That could work too.
the 16th. What are we doing the 16th?
Oh shit, we are playing something on the 16th with an indie developer.
Mm-hmm. That is the one that is in space, right?
Yes, that's the space game. In the Dark or whatever. That game sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it's a space horror game that's much more focused on that you're always a half inch away from dying.
Sick.
We'll be playing that one midday on the 16th because the creator is in the UK. And then the 30th, we'll be playing another indie game. This one is all about, it's called Neon Lords of the Wasteland. It's all about like headbands and wallet chains and mohawks and sunglasses and fighting like mutant reptilian creatures in the post-apocalyptic future.
So like Mad Max with reptilians.
Yes, like a 1980s synthwave Mad Max.
It reminds
like Mel
me,
Gibson versus QAnon.
It reminds me of Gamma World.
Yes, a lot like Gamma World, if you guys are familiar with that, which is like Fallout turned all the way to cartoon. Those are our indie games coming this month. That and board games on Fridays.
And then every other Saturday, we're going to be trying to do this podcast where we're going to fill you in on board game, TV, movie, toys, all kinds of news for your ear holes. Don't forget to check out Calliope, our own Alicia Benisa. Go ahead and let them know what you're doing.
Yeah, so if you go to my Twitter page, the pinned post is my newest script, which is a submission for the Dark Dice contest. Dark Dice is a super cool D&D horror show. If you haven't listened to it, you totally should. Jeff Goldblum is the newest addition, or one of the new additions to the cast this season. But I mean, the first season is like, I could not stop listening to it. And when it was over, I was like, I don't know what to do with myself anymore other than participate in this contest. So I haven't been this hyped for something since like Silent Hill, since I first discovered Silent Hill. So, so definitely worth the look if you guys have time.
Definitely. Either you two gentlemen down there doing any fun shows in Houston anytime soon?
Not in Houston, but in a couple of weeks, I will be flying out to Vail, Colorado for our annual Vail International Dance Festival in the mountains. I'm the technical director of this festival. We've got some really, really cool artists in residence this year. We're going to get some returning performances by Michelle Dorrance, who is a world-renowned tap dance artist, as well as New York City Ballet and American Ballet Theater will be out there as well. So it's going to be quite the event. We're going to be mainly at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater in Vail, Colorado. So if you happen to be in the area or you want to take a vacation, it is gorgeous, and I would highly recommend it.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome. What about you, Matthew? You got a dance festival?
No dance festival or anything coming up. I will brag. I did build a cajon today, which is a kind of drum. Turned out pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I built nothing. So cajon's pretty cool. No, we're so happy to have you guys. We're so happy to have all of you. Thank you, everyone watching. You got anything, Gary?
Nope, that's it. I think we got it all.
Thank you so much for watching Fresh Out the Box, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow and definitely next week. Take it easy. Thanks, Vampire Bites. Good night.